Hello, welcome and welcome back to my Cosmic Dragon friends. We have a very, very special reading for Valentine's Day. Today, this is intended as a timeless Valentine's Day reading, so it doesn't matter which year when you are watching this, although we are filming in 2023. So today I thought it would be a bit fun. Instead of pick a card, we're going to pick a special candle for Valentine's Day. So let's take a look at our options. So candle number one is these pink lips. Pink lips candle. That's number one. Candle number two, we have this one, which is kind of like a rope. Looks like rope, actually a candle. And then candle number three, we have this little heart here. And candle number four is a pair of white lips, just like number one, only this one is white, not pink. So see which candle you feel most drawn to. See which one floats your boat. You can pick two if you want. And we're going to have a look to see about your Valentine's Day, your person, your crush. Are they going to be your Valentine this year? How is that going to go? And we're also going to look to see if there's any advice so that you can have the best Valentine's Day. So pick your candle and I will see you in your reading. So hello, candle number one, you have chosen the pink lips candle. Good choice. I like this one. I thought it was quite fun. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the candle as well as some cards in a moment. So with the pink colour, I picked only white and pink candles. So there is some passion here, I feel, as well with the pink lips. I want to say you're quite a passionate person, or this is quite a passionate connection that you're talking about, that you've actually chosen this candle. We're also going to keep an eye on the flame to see how that burns, because that could tell us some things as well. If it burns fast, if it burns slowly, if it's bright, or if it goes out altogether. So let's light our candle. There we go. And we'll take a look at our first cards for you. All right. So we're asking about Valentine's Day. Will candle number one's person be their Valentine? How is Valentine's Day going to go for candle number one, for the pink lips candle? Bring that round. There we go. So our first cards, we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. We have past life relationship. You've known each other before. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, okay, so there's some reassurance coming out to start with here for candle number one. So trust and past life relationship. It feels to me like this might be someone that either you're not sure about yet or you're not actually together with yet. You may actually be looking at them from a distance. There may only be a crush at the moment, or it may be a situation where you're both actually getting out of relationships, or one of you's getting out of a relationship to actually be with the other one. Because there's such a strong pull here with this past life relationship. So I want to say the person that you're asking about today is very much a soulmate connection. This is someone that you have known before, maybe been in a relationship with before, had some sort of lifetime before, and I feel there is a contract that still needs to be fulfilled with this person, which is, I feel, why you've been drawn together in this lifetime. I feel there's a soul contract that hasn't been finished. You've got unfinished business. Even if this isn't a long-term relationship, there's unfinished business here from a previous lifetime that needs to be sorted out. And when the trust card shows up, it very often does indicate that the situation isn't ideal, it's not perfect. Maybe there's something difficult here. Maybe you've had some disappointments in the past. Maybe you have lost trust in people, you know, in men or in women. Trust issues coming up, telling you that the universe is trying to work with you on this one. I do feel like there's a lot of support angelically in the spirit realms. There's a lot of support coming in for this connection, and there is this message to stay optimistic. Don't think that necessarily this is over. You know, if you're having a break, for example, or if things haven't been going too well, if you are already together, or if you want to be together but things just seem to be getting in the way, because I feel like a way will be found for you too. I do. With this past life relationship, I'm really strongly feeling there's unfinished business that really needs to be attended to. So I feel like there will be a coming together, and that could be around this Valentine's Day. And if it's not, I don't want you to worry, okay? Because divine timing absolutely will be at play. And we've got the trust card here saying trust in the universe, okay? have a little bit of faith in your person, in the universe, to actually bring this together as it's meant to be. So let's bring in some more cards here. We're going to the Psychic Tarot for the heart. Let's see what other information we have about Valentine's Day. Candle number 1. All right. I can actually hear shouting in my voice as well. In my ears. I'm hearing shouting. I'm just going to see who that is. Oh, interesting. Okay. Shouting. Who's shouting? All right. This isn't one of my spirit guides. This is somebody else coming in. So I'm getting a male coming in actually shouting here. What is it that you want to tell us? Yeah, it feels very much like, for some of you watching now, remember this is a group reading, so this won't apply to everybody, so take it as it resonates for you or not. But I feel like there is a male spirit guide coming in, possibly a grandfather for some of you, coming in to actually help and guide you with your love life in this situation. But somebody who would have been quite shouty, quite loud, quite forthright as well, not particularly well-mannered. Or this could be your person, that I'm describing here. But I've got somebody here in spirit coming through. It's an energy coming through, so it's not necessarily just one person. It could be the energy of a number of people in spirit coming through to help you with this. But definitely there is support here, there is help, and it sounds like someone's actually shouting at you. So I want to say, I don't feel like you need to walk away from this relationship. I don't think you need to walk away from this potential relationship, even if it isn't looking ideal at the moment. I think there is a lot that you can do. And I want to encourage you to listen to your spirit guides, listen to your angels, listen to your intuition, see what it's saying to you, because we have this very magical numerology that's just come out here in the middle. We have 1, 1, 1. So we've got 111, 111. Angel number 111, very, very powerful numerology there. So this is very, very sacred. And it is about it's about creation. It's about something coming out of the void, literally something coming out of nothing, creating from nothing, which can seem magical. So there is this new vitality coming in, there is this new beginning, but it feels like there may be a distance here. So this could be a long distance relationship, or as I said, it could be that this is someone you're not with at the moment, or not with yet, that you would like to be, or there could be somebody actually getting in the way there. There could be a partner or an ex-partner who's just causing a bit of a hindrance for you, particularly this Valentine's Day at this point in time. But with the listen card, yes, this is very much what was happening as I was pulling these cards. There's this male voice shouting at me, shouting, and I couldn't quite make out what they were saying, but they were quite loud and quite insistent. So it could have been a different language because I didn't actually catch any words. So if English isn't your first language, that could be a message for you as well. But yes, absolutely listen to the universe, listen to your intuition, because I think you're onto something with this person. It doesn't feel like, even if you're not together, even if it's not ideal, I think you're connected to them for a reason. You're aware of that. I feel they may even be aware of it. But I think it will be down to you to actually lead on this one, because we have got number 3, take the lead, coming in here. Interesting. I'm just going back to the numerology because I am a numerologist, so I am a bit of a number nerd. So we've got 2, 1, and then 3 1s, and then 3. So it's almost like things are slightly out of order, because you would expect to get 1, 2, 3 if they were in order, but they're out of balance. They're out of order here because we've got 2 first. 2 came in first. It's like the intuition came in first, and then step 1. So it's almost like you sensed this person before you met them. You knew they were there before they actually appeared. And again, that's where trust comes in. Or maybe you're already sensing them and feeling them, but you haven't met them yet, and you know they're coming in. So this could be somebody who is yet to appear, yet to come in your life. But that's a very, very strong marker that they are about to step in if they haven't done already, if you're sensing that. But I feel it may be down to you to actually take the first step in this relationship to actually help to move it forwards. So it may be down to you to actually send the Valentine's card this year. Have you bought them one? Are you going to? I want to say that could be quite fun here. Keep it light, keep it fun, and stay optimistic. Don't send them a sad Valentine's card. Send them a fun one, a happy one, a positive one, and see where it takes you, because there is passion here. Look at this fire up here with this sweet little heart in the middle. There's a passionate connection here, and that was the passion I was feeling with the pink lips that you've chosen here as well. So this could be fun. And if you do actually get together before Valentine's Day, or if you're actually spending it together, if you're already together, or even if you're at a distance, maybe having a Zoom date or something, which is something you can do. I do feel sparks will fly, because this is a very special connection, a very, very powerful and magical connection. So let us pull some cards now from the Lovers Oracle. Let's see what else we have here for you for Valentine's Day. Okay, these are quite hard to shuffle because they're big and heart-shaped. Okay, so life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. Oh yes, when we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. So yes, I don't think you'll have to try and force this situation to go in your favour. I think it just needs a little nudge. I do feel like you'll be the one taking the lead, maybe making the moves, but you won't have to force anything. I think it will flow quite easily because there is this past life connection that pulls you two together. So let's see what else we have. Secret admirer. Oh, all right. Secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So there could be a second person involved here for you. And I was just feeling that before I pulled that card. I was thinking, oh, I feel like maybe a second person that either you're interested in or they might be interested in you. So you might actually be getting a couple of Valentine's cards this year. A couple of Valentine's cards. So that's always fun when we get more than we're expecting. So look out for who's actually got their eyes on you. So this other card, we have the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So again, faith, trust, listen, intuition, all coming in very, very strongly as themes for you this Valentine's Day. Candle number 1. So let's bring in the Romance Oracle. See what other advice my guides have for you with connected to your love life and this person. What have we got for this Valentine's Day? Oh, how exciting. I am quite excited for you because this is really interesting energy that you're working in, and I think this is a really nice connection. I think it could work out really well for some people. You don't have to force it, don't try and be pushy, just trust, go with it and have fun with this one. So we have possibly maybe on number 6, so number 6, the number of the heart, the divine chalice. So possibly I think this person could be your Valentine this year. All right. If not, I think they could well be next year, because there is this connection. So children and family. Yes, children and family may actually be getting in the way if they have children with somebody else, or if their family is opposed to your connection. I feel that's a possibility for some people. There's a bit of a shadow energy coming through on 18. Coming through with moon energy there. So there's some things that are hidden here, maybe some things you don't know about that are holding them back. Maybe they're married and they haven't told you, or maybe you've never had that conversation because you don't know them that well, and that's okay. But sharing the load, 42-6. So it does feel like the energy is going in the direction of your desired person. It is. And I think Spirit are really helping you with this one. I really feel like your Spirit team are on your side. They're really working for you on this one. So I'm feeling really quite good about this one. High highs and low lows. Yes. Now that is always the way, isn't it, in romance? You know, when we are attracted to someone, the highs can be very high and the lows can be very low. And again, for some people who are very sensitive, you know, we feel things more than others. I feel you could be an empath watching this one. A lot of empaths in the audience today. So it could be extra difficult for you to actually do this one, to stay calm enough to go with the flow, as this card actually suggests. So I would say practice staying calm, practice going with the flow, practice trusting. And these are all really, really, really hard things to do. I know, I mean, the number of times I've been told to trust when I was doing my mediumship training, doing my psychic training, it's so hard, but it becomes a habit and it becomes like a muscle. Once you can trust your guides, you can trust Spirit, then it becomes easier and you don't feel so worried, and you can let go of that stress, let go of that worry. I also want to say meditate or spend time in contemplation, or maybe doing Reiki, having a nice massage or something. Do something really nice and relaxing for yourself this Valentine's Day if you're a bit worried about it, or if you haven't actually been able to set up a date with the person that you wanted to spend it with. Try and do something really nice for you to keep yourself in a more positive energy. So self-sovereignty, oh interesting, on 31, and flash in the pan on 16. Right. Okay, so I feel there is a lack of trust, and I think it's possibly because some relationships in your past didn't last as long as you wanted them to. And I think there is this fear that, what if it doesn't last? What if they don't like me? You know, what if they just want a fling? I don't want that, you know, particularly if they they have another partner at the moment. There's this energy of this concern about, I don't want to be the other person. I don't want to be the other woman. I don't want to, I don't want this to be a fling. But I feel that's not, I feel like that's unfounded. Okay, it does feel like that energy is unfounded, even if they have done that in the past with other people. Or maybe this is somebody that you were with briefly in the past and you're worried that will happen again and you don't want a fling this time. You want something more serious. And that's where the self-sovereignty card comes in. This is about taking your life by the horns, being very clear about what your boundaries are, what it is that you want, what it is that you will and won't accept. Okay, and possibly with this other admirer here, that energy could be enough to actually make them a little bit aware that you won't be available for long if they don't take you up on your offer. So that could put a little bit of necessary oomph in their step. Put a little bit of, I didn't want to say pressure on them, put a little bit of pressure on them, spiritual pressure, because it's not you doing it. But I think it will give them a little bit of a nudge in your direction. So very, very interesting looking cards here for you. We're going to do some charms. See what we've got here. So what are the messages do we have for candle number 1 for this Valentine's Day? What do we have for their person, about their person? Oh, that's quite a lot. Okay. We have the little froggy. Okay, so I wanted to say a connection to France there, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. That's just what my guide said to me when I saw that. So it could be a connection to France, maybe a trip to Paris or something for you this Valentine's Day. We also have the owl. Now it's interesting that these all came out upside down. Every single one of these is face down except the anchor, which doesn't really have a face up, face down. But they've all come out face down, so it's almost like something's hidden, or maybe you don't want to look at it at the moment. Maybe it's a little bit overwhelming. So the owl, wow, wisdom, goddess Minerva, Athena. So that's interesting to show up. So the owl may actually mean something specific to you. Remember that the charms can mean something specific to you because this is a group reading. So take the elements that make sense for you, leave the ones that don't. So the owl coming through there, I would just want to say wisdom with that one. Then we have, oh, Pegasus. Okay, interesting. I'm going to the ancient world now. I feel like I'm going to ancient Greece, ancient Rome. So there could be a connection to history, to the Greek or Roman pantheons of gods. That could be a connection there, or something else connected to a flying horse. Then we have the anchor. So I do want to say trust with that one. Have some trust. Okay. It's a very grounding energy. The anchor, it will hold you steady in difficult, in choppy seas. It will hold you in place. I want to say ground your energy because I think you could really get stuck too much in your head right now. That's a real risk, and we don't want that because that doesn't feel very nice. And lastly, we have the hot air balloon. Now that is exciting. I love the hot air balloon because it's a bit retro. It's fun. It travels silently. So I think you're kind of sailing towards your next relationship silently, but very calmly. It's a lovely way to travel. Hot air balloon nearly fell on my roof one time. It missed it by about a foot. It nearly knocked a roof tile off, which is quite funny. Not funny at the time, but it was interesting. When I used to live in Bristol, because you get a lot of hot air balloons around there. I'm also taken, that's a very old-fashioned form of travel as well. So again, I'm going to the past, I'm going to history, so it could be a connection to a past life, perhaps, with the hot air balloon, or with ancient Greece, possibly a Roman lifetime for some of you. But I do want to say stay grounded with the anchor. Stay grounded, because I feel many of you watching are very, very intuitive, and you could easily kind of fly off into the astral, or see things about this person, remember things about the past lives. But remember, that's not now. That's not how things are now. And that person may not be aware of any of that information whatsoever. Okay, so try to stay grounded in the here and now, okay, regardless of how much information you're getting from elsewhere. So, very, very interesting reading for you, candle number 1. Please remember you can watch a second candle reading if you feel drawn to do so. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave me a comment if there's something you would like to share. You know I love to read your comments. Please remember to stay respectful if you leave a comment. We are human beings. Let's be nice to each other, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye and happy Valentine's Day. So hello, candle number 2. This is a candle that you've chosen. This kind of looks like rope, looks like a knot. Also reminded me of a lover's knot, which is actually why I picked this candle in the shop when I was shopping for this reading. There is actually a pub near me called the True Lover's Knot, which is kind of picturesque in the countryside, and the lover's knot is a real thing. We talk about tying the knot, don't we, with marriage, and this is white, so we could be talking about a situation that could lead to marriage, or you may already be married, but I feel like marriage could be a connection very strongly here, just looking at this candle. It's quite a big candle as well, so I feel like there's a lot of energy here. This is quite a serious situation or a big situation, or it could become that even if you're not actually together just yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to light the candle. I'm going to pop it over here. Get rid of any wax from my table. Keep an eye on the candle, on how it burns, because that will also tell us something about the relationship. If it burns high, if it burns fast, if it goes out. We'll have a look at that while I pick the cards. So let's light our candle. Hope I've trimmed the wick adequately. Oops, there we go. So let's pick some cards for candle number 2. Let's take a look to see if candle number 2's person will be their Valentine this year. It could be a person, it could be a person of interest, it could be a crush. That's my doorbell, so there could be literally somebody knocking at your door waiting to actually bring you a message. That can actually be indicative of a message. Everything that happens during readings, nothing happens by accident, so I am actually going to include that. I don't know if you could hear it, but I could hear my doorbell going just then. That can also be a message from spirit, because very often that is how spirit communicate with us. They can actually ring the doorbell in the middle of the night, for example, if somebody has passed over, if you're missing a loved one who has recently passed, a way that they can actually try and get your attention and let you know that they are still okay is just by ringing the doorbell, and there'll be nobody there. Okay, and I have answered my door, and that was Amazon with 2 parcels. So I'm going to bring in the numerology of number 2 here, which can be a couple. It can also be a choice. It is a number of balance and also emotion. And one of the parcels was chocolate, and the other one was connected to the root chakra. So take that as it lands for you. This is the group reading. There could be some chocolates on their way to you this Valentine's Day, or it could be a message not to eat too much chocolate this Valentine's Day if you're at risk of doing that. Some bizarre. Yes, and the other one was connected to the root chakra, so I just want to bring in a little bit of passion there as well. So let's pull some cards for you. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And wedding. Look at that. That's what I was saying. I feel like either this could be somebody you're already married to or would like to be married to. Maybe you're engaged. And oh, what's the candle doing? Okay, the candle is starting to really go a little bit crazy there. I was getting quite, the flame's getting quite high. Okay, moving about a little bit. I have got the window open here, so there is a tiny bit of a draft in here, but not an enormous amount. Okay, interesting. So flames burning quite brightly here, so it feels like there's a lot of passion in this connection, whether it's somebody that you're actually with at the moment or not. So I do want to say, wow, this is a nice connection. I like this one very much. Make the effort. Yes, if you're not actually together, or if things aren't moving as fast as you would like them to, I think you can nudge them along a little bit this Valentine's Day. I think this person would like to be your Valentine very much. Okay. And I do think that there is a strong connection here and a very strong potential for a long-term relationship if you're not already in one with them, okay, which could culminate in marriage if you're not already married, okay, so you could already be married to this person, because we were sensing marriage as possibility with that candle as well, so we've just got confirmation of that with the wedding card coming out here, so that's very interesting. But I do feel like there is something that you need to do, so maybe there are some lifestyle changes you need to make. Maybe you need to move house to be nearer to them. Maybe there are some improvements in yourself that you need to make so that you can get along better. Maybe you need to look at being less critical. We've all got stuff we need to work on. We all have our faults and our flaws, and that's completely normal. But it feels like if we try a little bit harder and let this person know how you really feel, I think that can really help to grease the wheels, because when somebody knows how you feel and sees that you're making an effort for them, it makes them want to make an effort back as well, and that is really, really nice. So if you haven't already spoken to this person, if they don't know that you're interested, or they kind of know, send them a Valentine's Day card, I want to say. This could be quite fun. So I feel like I did with pile 1, I think you could be the person sending the Valentine's Day card to them this year. I think that could go well. I think they might be pleasantly surprised if they get, a card, maybe some chocolates from you. You don't have to sign it, you can be a little bit elusive, let them guess. But I think they already know that you're interested. Oh wow, can you hear that crackling? That is crackling, that's making some noise. That's quite an interesting candle, quite an active candle here. There's a lot of energy going on there. I mean, there are like specific meanings you can look up for candles as well, which I'm not going to look up. You can if you want to. I'm just going to say it as it comes to me, as my guides are telling me. So interesting. That's a very interesting place to start. I do feel like this is a nice one. This person could well be your Valentine this year. So let's pull in some more cards here, see what else we have for candle number 2. You want that one, don't you? Have 18, confront. You have 11, detach. 4, just breathe. And 7, crown chakra. Okay. All right, so there is a psychic connection between you and your person, that much I see. You may have a telepathic link with the crown chakra coming through here. You may be very, very psychically connected, very aware of each other. You could both be very quite psychic or sensitive people in that respect. But it does feel like you're not spending as much time together as you would actually like, and the detached card making its second appearance today, and the theme of number 18. Again, these were themes that we had in pile 1 as well, so you may be drawn to watch pile 1, or rather candle number 1. It's normally a pile of cards, isn't it, but today it's a candle. To watch candle number 1's reading as well, if that resonates for you. Now remember, this is a group reading, so not all of it's going to make sense or resonate for you. Take the bits that do, leave the bits that don't. Take it as it resonates for you. So just breathe. So yes. Okay, I do want to say that this relationship or this person is bringing up some insecurity, and that's completely normal. I mean, for everybody, isn't it? When we're interested in someone, we're always going to be a little bit nervous about asking them out, about getting together with them. But I think this one specifically brings up some issues. Maybe they're similar to somebody that you were with in the past. Maybe they're bringing up the situation around them, or something about them, the way they look, the thing that they do, reminds you of somebody, reminds you of past hurt. Maybe the potential of this relationship or marriage is waking up some old wounds in you from childhood. Okay, there's definitely something that needs to be looked at, that we're hiding behind the metaphorical curtain here, and we do that in our minds. We hide the things we don't want to look at in our minds, and we reject them, and it's a completely normal coping mechanism. But ultimately we have to heal from the things that have hurt us at some point if we are to live happy, fulfilled lives. So it could be worth having a word with, booking in with your counsellor if you work with a counsellor or a psychotherapist or something like that, or just getting some support from somebody who can listen to you and give you good advice there. And the advice is just breathe as well. It's like, it's okay, whatever this is bringing up, whatever the situation is bringing up for you, because I'm getting nerves. Maybe it's literally wedding jitters. Maybe you're literally getting married on Valentine's Day, because some people do. So that, or maybe you're going to be getting married soon. Maybe it's an arranged marriage and you're not sure if you want to go through with it. So there's jitters coming up here. It does feel like a nice connection, and I want to say it's okay. Just breathe. Just take a deep breath. Nice in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take a few of them if you need to. Ground your energy. Keep your feet on the ground. Try and get out of your head and into your body. That's a good way to calm down. If you're all up in your head and you're going round and round in circles in your head and not getting anywhere, and you're really anxious and worried, go for a run. Or if that's possible for you, or do something physical. Okay, do something physical. Work your body. Get out of your head and into your body if that's safe and possible for you to do. Okay, so Crown chakra. I do want to talk about spirit information coming through here. So I do feel like the spirit guides are trying to guide you at the moment. I do feel that on your own spiritual path, this person's very much connected to your spiritual path, and I think you see that. But I feel like you may be more advanced than they are. I feel like you may be more advanced spiritually than they are. Maybe you're more psychic than they are. Maybe you're more aware of some of this stuff than they are. And I think you see a bigger picture than they do as well, which may be why you need to be the one that actually takes the step forwards in this situation and actually arranges it. Because look at the marriage, look at her looking at him. She's like, yeah, I arranged this one. I got this to happen. This is all me. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes men don't know what they want. They need a little bit of a nudge, a bit of a push in the right direction. But it does feel like you may need to literally make the effort this Valentine's Day. So, you know, maybe you're having some time apart. Maybe you're going through a difficult time. Maybe you're questioning whether you still want to be together. So it's a good year for the big romantic gesture. Okay, if you want to save a relationship that's flagging, it is the time for the big romantic gesture. You know, the gift, the holiday, whatever it is, take them off to the Caribbean or something. I don't know. But I think that will actually reap dividends for you here. But also, and very importantly, look at whatever is causing the problem in the relationship. If that's your situation, look at what's causing the problem. Look at what it is in you that needs to be healed. Okay, so very often people will look at a relationship and go, oh, it would be fine if the other person did X, Y, Z. I can't speak today. I'm really stuttering over my words for some reason. So spirit are coming close and messing with my mouth. So I apologise. Maybe communication is literally a problem. Maybe you're having trouble getting the words out. Maybe they can't communicate. Maybe that's why they're doing that to me. Please stop, guys. But look at what it is in you that needs to be healed. Okay, it's very easy to point out the flaws in the other person. Much more difficult to take accountability for what it is in ourselves and actually do something about it. Okay, so that's your advice there. So let's go to the Lovers Oracle now. Pull some cards for candle number 2, our Lover's Knot. Oh dear, there we go. Sacred Union. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, again, this is an important relationship. This is a very important relationship. So honour and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Okay, this is not one to be taken lightly, I feel. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So important, especially if you're having problems in a relationship. Yes, shoulding yourself is the worst thing you can do. Oh, I should do this, I should do that. No, you need to be real, you need to be authentic, you need to show up authentically as yourself and as healed as possible. So think about what you can do there. Maybe let the heart lead rather than the head. And we have surrender. Oh, that's beautiful. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So for some people there is a suggestion that it's actually a relationship to step away from. Right now, it may be literally surrendering to the fact that this person has married someone else and letting it work out as it is supposed to. Okay, so, but surrendering is a very powerful and very calming thing to do when you're worried about a situation, or maybe you're worried about whether you're going to be with somebody, you know, you want to be with someone, you're not sure if it's going to work out. Let go and let God. Okay, I want to say, if you're worried, let go of that worry, give it to God, give it to the angels, give it to your spirit guides and say, okay, guys, help me out here. I know this is a powerful connection. I know this is a really important relationship for me, but me worrying about it isn't going to make it better, isn't going to improve anything, isn't going to make that person want to be with me, you know, if that's not possible at the moment, because there is something of an emotional detachment here for some people. Okay, so it may not be the ideal situation for everyone. Of course, this is a group reading. How could it possibly be the same for everyone? But certainly I think there are good outcomes here for you regardless. So let's take a look at my romance oracle, see if we've got any other advice from Spirit here for Valentine's Day or for your love life. What else have we got? Candle 2's person. Again, I'm having trouble getting the words out. It's like literally communication could really, you could really be stumbling over it at the moment. So moving forwards together, Grumble, grumble, passive aggressive. Oh dear. Yes. So again, I want to say, if you are in a situation where you are arguing or separated, or, you know, not sure if it's going right at the moment, then yes, do not be passive aggressive. Be clear about how you feel. Okay, be honest about how you feel, or keep it buttoned. Okay, don't let it out in passive aggressive ways. If you want to move forwards in the relationship, you have to do it together. This is not a battle. It shouldn't be a struggle. You're not supposed to be fighting each other. You're supposed to be working together. And I know it can be very difficult to remember that sometimes. Okay, or maybe they've lost sight of that. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's them that's being passive aggressive and not being helpful. And maybe they need a reminder that, you know, you have to work together because you're stronger together. I love how they work. These cards are so cheeky. You're stronger together. Yes, you are. It's actually a really good couple. It's a really good connection for you two. I totally see it. And whatever problems you're going through, I think for most of you, I think you can get through them. I really do. Surrender the problems to God, surrender to heaven, work on yourself, and work on working together as well, if that's your situation. So, possibly, maybe, cheeky, children and family. Oh, that's interesting. So we had both of those cards for pile one again. So I'm getting some synchronicity here with pile one, and I have definitely shuffled these very, very carefully. So the number of the heart, number 6, possibly, maybe. So maybe they're being a little bit coy, and that's why it's you that has to make the effort, make the gesture, and actually move things forwards. I think a lot of this rests on your action, not on your worry, on your action. Children and family. So it could be that you already have children together, or that there are family members actually involved in this whole situation. Again, like I said, it could be arranged marriage, where did I say that on this one or candle 1? I actually can't remember now. I don't know if I've said arranged marriage in this one or my previous reading. It's kind of blurring a little bit between candle 1 and candle 2 at the moment, so you're probably going to go and want to go and watch that one as well. But certainly that could be an issue, or it could be that you've got children on your mind. Maybe you want to have a family, and this, I feel, could be a very good situation to do it in with this person, because there is this powerful connection there, this long-term potential. Take some time together. Cupid, Eros, romance, and pick me. Yeah, I think if you're not already together, I think they would really like you to choose them. They would really like that, even if they don't know you very well as yet. I think they would really like that. There's this beautiful romantic feeling here, okay? There's a deep attraction. Take some time together, yeah, and it would be nice. I feel like all of you, regardless of your situation, you need some time together, some quality time together, to bond or to heal, or to just strengthen that bond between you. I think that would be really, really helpful, really positive. So now we're going to do some charms. Okay, so let's take a look and see what other messages we have for candle number 2, whose energy is blending so much with candle number 1. Okay, we have, let's see if we got the same charms. No, I don't think we have. We have the wise little turtle. Okay, he has a hard shell. So this one could be a tough nut to crack. This person may be somebody who's a bit shy. Maybe they literally retreat into their shell, which is why it may be for you to actually make the effort and move this one forwards, and that's absolutely okay. We have this lovely lizard, or perhaps a gecko. I'm not sure. This one is quite interesting with the spiral at the end. This kind of looks quite spiritual to me. So I'm feeling a spiritual connection, possibly to another country with this person, possibly to South America. Tree of life. Wow. Yeah, that's a nice confirmation if you're hoping to have children with this person. I feel like that could be a strong family tree for you to actually get together there. We have a treble clef, get it the right way around. So music, maybe a connection here as well, or you may both be working, or one of you could be working in the music industry. That's really beautiful. Oh, we have a little book, and I kind of want to say this could be a religious book or a spiritual text here. So I feel you may both be connected by a church or a temple, or some sort of religion or spiritual pursuit could connect you there. The anchor coming in, we did have this in pile number 1. So the anchor is a reminder here to stay grounded, and to be generous and kind of heart. And also the pentagram, so there is a magical connection here. Could be a connection to to pagan beliefs or to high magics or low magics here as well. You could be somebody that works with magic, or perhaps they are. So of course, this is a group reading. This could have an entirely different meaning to you. You could look at one of these and it could mean something very specific for you. So I hope that's helpful to you, candle number 2. It's been a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment if there's something you'd like to share with us all, because I do love to hear your comments and suggestions. Please remember to stay polite and respectful in the comments. I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Bye-bye. So hello, candle number 3. You've chosen this sweet little pink heart candle, which is quite small. It's a little bit smaller than the other candles, so I feel like you may be a little bit shyer than pile 1, 2 and 4. Well, rather candle 1, 2 and 4. I keep saying pile, I mean candle. This is a very sweet little one. It's also pink, so it's very loving, and you've picked a heart, which is of course a very, very loving thing. The heart chakra, maybe a chakra that you actually need to work on at the moment. And the pink coming in is, of course, the colour of the higher heart. So I feel you are somebody who's very connected spiritually in your relationships. And I think you need that spiritual connection to be there, to actually be in a serious, committed relationship with somebody. You may also be playing a little bit small as well, because this is quite a small candle. Now, I'm going to light this candle and we're going to keep an eye on the flame to see how it burns, to see if it has anything to say to us. You know, if it burns high, low, if it's hot, if it's very cold, very small. So let's light our candle. There we go. And now I will pick your cards. Okay. Little Jasper's going for a walk there. Okay. All right, so candle number 3, our pink heart. Let's take a look at your Valentine's Day. So does your person, your crush, your person of interest want to be your Valentine? Are they going to be your Valentine? Let's take a look. Okay. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay, that's interesting. Before I pulled this card, I felt really anxious. Just for like a split second there, I felt like gut-wrenchingly anxious. So I think some of you watching this one could be really, really worried about romance, about your love life, or about somebody in particular that's making you so anxious. I feel there's a lot of anxiety coming through here for some people. And I just want to bring in some reassurance that it's not going to be as bad as you think, or that there's something more positive happening here than you might be expecting or anticipating. So honeymoon, now this is nice, and if this isn't already you, I feel it could be soon. If you can kind of overcome the anxiety of flirting with the person that you want to be with, that you want to actually attract to you, flirt, and I think they could actually send you the Valentine's Day card this year. But certainly your connection's a very beautiful one. I see the compatibility comes through very strongly with the honeymoon card, and with this one there is also the possibility that this could be a marriage. Okay, this could be a serious long-term relationship if it's not already. It has the potential to be one because you are highly compatible, and I think you'd really enjoy spending time together. And that's not always the case for couples. Some people, you know, they absolutely love each other, but they can't be in the same room for more than like, I don't know, an hour because they just rub each other up the wrong way. You know, maybe they're not compatible on a friendship level. I feel this person is compatible with you in many different ways, perhaps in all ways. Maybe you're already married and you're literally on your honeymoon, you know, going into this Valentine's Day, which is beautiful. Flirt, yes, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So try and have fun with it. And with the Stay Optimistic card, which I was saying was bringing in an energy of anxiety before I even picked it. It's almost like, see, this person's making an offering here to, I can't quite make out if that's Venus, or Cupid perhaps. It's hard to see, but they're making an offering to the gods about their love life, saying, please help me, an offering of flowers, you know, which traditionally you would make to Venus or Aphrodite, I believe. This is some sort of temple. It's like you don't have to go to the temple and pray for a relationship. It will come in, you know, it's coming if it's not already here. Flirt, yes, Flirt with your person of interest. Let them know that you're there. Let them see you if you're not already together. So remember, you've got to remember with all of these are group readings, so not everything is going to apply exactly to you. Take the bits that do make sense, leave the bits that don't. So you may also see your own meaning on some of the cards, that's something very specific to you, and that's okay too. That's absolutely fine. So there's a very nice potential with this person. I feel they could be sending you a gift or a card this Valentine's Day. That's exciting. Stay optimistic as well, because even if it isn't this person, I feel there are other people who will be options for you. I want to bring in that positivity for you. Because I feel for some of you, you might be feeling a little bit unlovable or unloved at the moment. And I want to say that you're wrong, you're mistaken. You are absolutely lovable and you are absolutely loved. Okay, there's a lot of love here, which is, I think, maybe why you brought in the heart-shaped candle. Maybe you have your own heart healing that needs to be done. And if so, I would encourage you very much to do that. You know, however you want to do it. If it's with pink crystals, rose quartz is a very nice crystal to work with the heart. Also, malachite is a wonderful crystal. It's a green one. I don't think I've got it to hand to show you. No, it's not here. It's in my box. But malachite's a lovely green crystal with like circular pale green patterns within it, veins within it. Absolutely beautiful crystal. I'm very drawn to that one for you. So let's bring in some more cards here from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. So let's take a look at candle number 3's Valentine's Day. Is their person going to be their Valentine? Oh my goodness, the card's leaping out here. Oh, look at that. Number 6, love. Card's shooting out. 11, detach, making its 3rd appearance. So that has shown up every single time so far. So reading number 1, reading number 2, and now for reading number 3 as well. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, release, number 13. Helpless and hopeless, number 8. And this is what I was saying about the anxiety. I feel some of the people watching this are feeling very, very bad about their love life, very bad about their situation. Maybe you're in a relationship that's ended, or maybe you're not in the relationship you want to be in. Maybe you've been single for a long time. Maybe you're deeply unhappy. And I just want to bring in a lot of reassurance here, particularly with the optimistic card, a lot of reassurance that things can be different and will be different, because love is very much on the cards for you. Okay, a partnership is on the cards for you. Real, true connection is on the cards for you, even if you're on your own right now. Even if you're in a long distance relationship, or you're separated, or you're recently single, or even long-term single, you know, it's a very difficult situation to be in. Lots of us have been there at some point in our lives. I want to say, let go of whatever's holding you back. Okay, when it comes to romance, when it comes to love, to get what you want this Valentine's Day, let go of whatever's holding you back. It feels like energetically with this card, it looks like he's literally shedding a skin, although he's taking clothes off. But I want to say for you, energetically shed a skin this year. There is healing work to be done. So get a Reiki session, get some spiritual healing, you know, whatever you feel drawn to, on the holistic, on the energy level. I feel some energy healing could be very, very helpful for you. But this is a marker of big change and the need to leave things behind. Maybe it's sadness. Maybe somebody passed away. Maybe a previous partner passed away, and it's that sadness that has been holding you back, or sadness from a breakup, from a divorce. Maybe you've been stuck in it a little bit too much and you need to pull yourself out of that sadness now. Maybe you need to pull yourself out of the blue, back into the light up here, into the yellow golden light from heaven, because there's so much love and hope around you. But I think for some of you, you're just not seeing it. And I think that the person you're interested in could definitely be interested in you, but I think it's possible they don't know that, because maybe you haven't found the courage or the strength to tell them. And if you are already with them, then it could be that there are concerns coming up. Maybe you're worried about the future. Maybe you're still holding on to a past relationship or an ex. Maybe you need to let go of an ex so that you can move forwards, because there's change coming in your love life. Absolutely. There's a rebirth coming, I would say, in your love life, either with this person or with a newcomer. And I feel it will be happening around the Valentine's Day time, because that is when we're looking at, that is the time scale that we're being asked to look at here. So let's take a look at the Lovers Oracle here, see what messages we have for you from your person, from your crush, your person of interest. We have, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So yes, definitely a time for some self-healing right now. This could be a year for you to have a Valentine's Day, you know, spend it with the girls if you're a woman, or spend it doing loving things for yourself, perhaps. Maybe you need some time out from relationships so that you can make a big success of the next one. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Wow, that's beautiful. So there's a beautiful relationship here, either that you're already in or that's waiting for you here. There's a lot of love, even if you're not aware of it yet. There's a lot here. So emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. Oh, can't they just? In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So that's a really good thing to be releasing. Release your resentments, let them go. For candle number 1, I think we were letting go of worries and anxiety. Now we're letting go of resentment. Okay, any anger about the past, any resentment towards other people, maybe an ex, maybe a parent, who wasn't there for you when you needed them, people who didn't support you when you needed support, made you feel helpless when you were younger. Maybe there's some healing to do from childhood here. But resentment is a horrible emotion to be carrying because it will poison all of your future relationships. So there could be something to work on there within yourself, maybe to talk to a counsellor or a psychotherapist or a trusted friend, somebody at your church, somebody you trust, if you go to church or if you're involved in a religion. And the candle just crackled when I said that, it liked that. Somebody connected to religion or spirituality could be very helpful for you. Maybe you need a reading, maybe you need a personal love reading from somebody, not necessarily me. I do them, but it doesn't have to be me. But it feels like you could really use some support to get some real clarity on what's actually happening here, because I feel like whatever the situation, it's possible that you're not really seeing it clearly. And they do say, don't they, that we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. And I think that could be the situation for you at the moment. I think things are either much better or they could be much better than you think, feel or believe it at the moment. So, which is nice. That's optimistic. That's a good message. That's a positive message. Send all the Valentine's cards this year. Have fun with it. Make it light. Make light of it. Have fun. Let go of resentment. Okay, so let's take a look now from the Romance Oracle. See what we've got here. We have hard-won results. Yeah, I feel like you haven't had an easy life, have you, candle number 3? Like, everything's been difficult for you. Maybe you had a difficult start in life. Maybe the situation wasn't ideal in your childhood. Maybe you didn't have the money or the support or the care that you needed. And it feels like things have been difficult for you in your lifetime. And so, of course, that puts extra pressure onto everything and can make relationships extra difficult as well, which isn't fair. Why now? Number 3. Self-care comes first. Ah, yes. Maybe this person's showing up as a kind of an inopportune juncture of your life, shall we say. That's quite formal words they've given me. They're the ones they've given me, so they're the ones I shall use. Why now? Yeah, why is this person coming in now? Why is this happening now? Where's this message of love coming in now? Well, it's coming in because it's coming in. This is how it happens. If you've asked for it, it's showing up because you've asked for it. So self-care is absolutely extremely important. This could be a very inconvenient moment for a relationship. It could really not be the right moment at all. Okay, or you might feel like this really isn't the right time in my life for this person to show up, but they're showing up for a reason. I feel it's to remind you of who you really are, how attractive you are, how beautiful you are, how handsome and how kind and loving you really are, because this person could be very, very compatible for you regardless of what your situation is. Sharing the load. Oh, I love it. Yes, because this person could actually help you with your healing right now. If you are in a situation of grieving or actually going through some sort of healing, either emotional, to do with your mental health, or it could be literally that physically you're not very well at the moment. This person could be coming in. They could be sent to you to actually help take care of you, which is a really beautiful thing to do. Be practical, 27, and flash in the pan, 16. Okay. Okay, so we've had flash in the pan once already today, I think. So there is this sense of practicality. Yes, be very practical about the situation. Yes, if your situation is not ideal, or if you're not unwell, for example, you may need to not just throw yourself hell for leather into a relationship. You may need to be a little bit sensible. You might have children, you might have responsibilities. I'm not saying throw yourself at this person, in devil may care fashion and to hell with what happens. Don't throw your life to the wind right now. Yes, it feels like you have a skin to shed. There is something to leave in the past, something that needs to stay in the past. And I think you will be a different person, but at the same time, don't be reckless is what I want to say. And take the right steps as well, because if you want to be with this person on the longer term, there is a compatibility here, but it could also be a fling. It could be fun, but decide what you want first. Just be very clear on what you want from this relationship or from this person before you step into it, or if you're already in it, be clear about where you want to go with it. Okay, don't lead somebody on if they don't want to, if you don't want something long term, because they might. Because these are some powerful cards, love and honeymoon. This person might want something long term and you might not be that serious about them. Okay, so make sure you're not leading them on as well, I want to say. All right, let's have a look at some charms. I'm also being told to bring in the astrology dice here as well. Let's go there first. So, okay, let's see what other influences are affecting you and your person. We have Sagittarius, we have the 6th house, and we have Venus. Okay, so Venus in Sagittarius, 6th house. So Venus, of course, is the planet of love, the goddess of love, the feminine, the gentle feminine energy. Not surprising at all, she would show up with this beautiful, gentle, feminine pink heart here that we have. So it is about relationships, but it's also about your self-worth. And this is what I was saying. I feel like self-worth is an issue here for you, perhaps for you to work on, or maybe it's for them. Maybe it's the other person that needs to work on their self-esteem. But the wonderful, supportive energy of Sagittarius coming in here, it feels like a real ego boost coming in here. So this person could really give you a boost, or an upcoming relationship could be very, very good for your self-worth, shall we say, for your self-esteem. And then the 6th house is the house of work and daily routines, pets, and also health. So if you are struggling with a health issue at the moment, then this person could really help you to get on top of that, or it may be something that you need to look at. But very expansive, fiery, Sagittarian energy. So I really like this connection. I like this. This is interesting. But again, with Sagittarius, they're not always very serious. So it could just be a fling. They might just be having fun, or maybe you just want to have fun with this person, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as you let them know that's what you're doing, as long as you're both aware of what's happening. So let's get some charms now. Let's ask for some charms. Let's see what pile or candle number 3 is person has to say to them. Okay, interesting. The little anchor making its 3rd appearance today. That's come out for both readings 1 and 2 so far. So I do want to stay grounded, and I've put it on the Be Practical card. So yeah, be practical and stay grounded. This is quite fun. There's kind of a hippy dippy energy with this one because it is the CND, but it's in the shape of a heart, which I love because we've got the heart candle here as well. So it's loving, it's a bit hippie. Maybe you're a bit of a hippie, you know, maybe you're into, you know, holistic and alternative stuff. Maybe they are, maybe that's what you connect over. Or maybe that's something from your past. Maybe that's you come from a family that was kind of a bit free and easy, and maybe you didn't have the grounded energy that perhaps this person can bring to you. And remember, these charms can mean something very individual and personal to you as well, because this is a group reading, so take what makes sense for you. The 2 hearts intertwined. Yes, there is a connection here. I think this person does want to be your Valentine. Really nice, very sweet connection here. It looks like somebody's drawn these hearts with like a little pen, because they're sort of very curly in the middle there, very sweet. But what's hiding in the middle of this little knot here is what I want to say. What's hiding in each person's heart, but at the same time, very nice connection. I think there's a very positive energy. What's this one? This is, oh, it's a tiny pumpkin. It's a teeny tiny pumpkin and maybe some flowers beneath it. So it could be a connection to when's pumpkin season, I suppose Halloween. Could be a connection to Halloween, to October, September, October, in the harvest season, or actually 2 pumpkins. And that has happened before in my readings. Somebody asked me about their next partner, and every time I tuned into it for them, all I could see was pumpkins. And so I said, well, I can see pumpkins, so it might be that you meet this person around Halloween, maybe around October, November. As it was, that wasn't the case at all. They met somebody, and then this person came back to me and said, oh, actually, I wanted to tell you about your prediction. You were correct, because this person is absolutely obsessed with Halloween. So that was a really cool connection there. So that can mean different things to different people. And then the wheel. Yes, I want to say, take the wheel in your love life. Get back on track and decide where you want to go with things. It's okay to take the wheel. It's okay to ask for things. It's okay to know where you want to go and be clear about that with the other person. So it could be time to have a conversation with the other person, if you're already in a relationship, about where the relationship is going. So I hope that was helpful for you, candle number 3. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That helps me so much. Thank you so much to all of my followers. Please do leave me a comment if there's something you'd like to share. I read every single comment. Thank you so much for being here with me. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, candle number 4. You have chosen the white lips. So there's an element of purity that comes through here. So you could be quite young, or you could be somebody who is quite innocent in some ways. Maybe you're saving yourself for marriage. Yeah, it's similar to pile 1 in a way, or candle 1, which is the pink lips, but this is different. There's a more spiritual energy coming through here. So maybe you're a very highly spiritual person. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to light the candle, and we are also going to keep an eye on the flame to see what that does, because that could also give us some messages for Valentine's Day here. So let's light our candle. There we go. All right, and let's pull some cards here for candle number 4. All right, so let's take a look to see what candle number 4's person is going to do on Valentine's Day, if they want to be their Valentine, if they're going to be. And that's going to go for you. Any messages we have here about your love life. All right, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I do feel like there's a connection to pile number 3 here, or candle number 3 rather. So you may feel drawn to watch that one as well. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yes, you may be a little bit surprised by who shows up this Valentine's Day, or who sends you a card maybe, or who pops into your mind, or who makes a move towards you. So it feels like you could be somebody that's very much focusing on your career at the moment. Maybe you haven't got time for a relationship. Maybe you're studying, you're still in school, or you've gone back to school, or you know, maybe you just don't have enough money to worry about a relationship, and you're just trying to get through every single day at the moment. So there is a tiredness that comes through here, a fatigue, I feel, for you, candle number 4. But the message is to stay optimistic, because things will go well for you. I feel like there is either somebody coming in for you, maybe you've already got your eye on someone, but you're not sure if you've got the time or energy to be in a relationship with them, not sure if they'll be interested, maybe because you work too much, or maybe you're in a different socioeconomic group to them, and maybe you don't feel that you would be compatible on that level. Maybe you think they wouldn't be interested in you for that reason. But I want to say be optimistic here and keep an open mind, because the person you're inquiring about may not be the person who actually shows up. It may be someone completely different, or you may have no one on your mind and you don't really know who's going to show up at all. Or it could be that the person you're interested in isn't at all how you think they are. Okay, they might not be how you think they are at all, especially if you're not in a relationship with them. Or if you are, they may be about to surprise you. So it's an interesting energy that we're looking at here. And I want to bring in some optimism for you. I want to bring in some sunny, happy energy here for you for this Valentine's Day, regardless of whether you're spending it on your own, whether you're doing something, you know, whether you're just staying at home with an existing partner, you know, maybe you're bored, tired. There's certainly a fatigued energy that comes through from this particular reading. I want to say, you know, maybe take some time out, have a nice bath, a nice hot bath with rose petals, to really manifest the romance and the love that you want. I want to talk about manifesting the situation you want. So regardless of whether you are in a relationship or not, whether the person you're inquiring about is someone you're already with or not, I want to say you can really help to manifest the love, the romance that you want at the moment by doing loving, romantic things for yourself. Buy yourself flowers. Okay, don't offer them to the gods. Buy them for you. Buy yourself flowers. Give yourself a beautiful romantic bubble bath, maybe with rose oil, maybe with strawberry oil. I want to talk about strawberry particularly for you because my eyes just fell on my strawberry body butter, which is over there. This is my bureau here. I've got shelves up there that you can't see off camera. It's a bit of a mess, which is why you don't get to see it. I'm very, very drawn to strawberry for you. So maybe that's a scent or a flavour that you enjoy. Perhaps that's meaningful to you, but I just wanted to bring that one in here for you. Maybe you need to eat strawberries, maybe you need some of the nutrients that are in strawberries, maybe you need to eat more fruit at the moment. That could be a little reminder there for some people. Remember, this is a group reading, so take what resonates for you, what makes sense for you, and leave the bits that don't. So let's bring in some more cards here. Let's bring in the Psychic Tarot for the Heart for candle number 4. What do we have? We have Darkest Fears, number 9. We have number 2, Spread Your Wings. Number 5, Challenging Times. And Feeling Alone. Oh, yeah. So like I said, some of you may literally be feeling quite lonely at the moment. Maybe you haven't got time to spend on a relationship or to focus on the person you're interested in or even with. And even if you are in a relationship, you can feel alone. Even if you're in a crowd, you know, you can feel alone in a relationship. I've certainly experienced that myself if the person isn't emotionally present. Maybe you're feeling fearful about a relationship at the moment. You don't know if it's actually going to continue or whether things are going wrong at the moment, whether you're going to split up or separate or something like that. But you are being asked to stay optimistic and keep an open mind. So whatever's happening here, it feels like the universe has your best interests at heart, okay? The universe is working on your side. You can help to manifest the situation you want. So either with this person or with somebody better. And that's what I always say when I'm manifesting any situation. Actually, it doesn't have to be in romance. This or somebody better. Always stay open to something better, because we get to choose the what, not the how, when we manifest with the law of attraction. Spread your wings. Yeah, I feel like you may be playing a little bit too small. Candle number 4. I feel like you're playing too small. Maybe you're a bit of a wallflower, a shrinking violet, because the white candle is kind of very discreet on the screen. It's almost hard to make it out. It's kind of disappearing into the plate. You know, it's the same colour. It's almost, it doesn't want to stand out. Maybe it doesn't want to be seen. Maybe you don't feel confident about yourself, maybe about your appearance, your looks at the moment. And I want to bring a bit of confidence back here for you. Maybe you've been through a difficult time. Maybe you're about to go through a difficult time. Maybe you're about to be laid off, about to lose a job, about to lose a loved one who's unwell. There's definitely some adversity going on here for you, but it doesn't have to mean that there will be problems in your relationship. It doesn't have to mean that your relationships will suffer as a result of that adversity. And I just want to bring that hope, that positivity in for you, regardless of whether you're with somebody or not. There is hope, there is positivity to be found here, and I'll try and get some more detail for you in just a moment. But I do want to say, reach out to that new person, spread your wings, go and meet new people if you're single, or if you're divorcing, separated. Go and meet new people, go and talk to new people. You may be surprised by who you meet, who would love you, who would be interested in you. You may be surprised that the person you're interested in would be interested in you if you would only approach them in the right way. You know, let them know that you're interested, let them know you're available. Maybe there is an ex that you need to let go of. Okay, but there is a lot of fear. I want to say fear and loathing for some reason. Maybe there's anger towards somebody here as well, because my guides just put the word loathing in my mouth there as well. So that's meaningful for somebody there. But certainly a spiritual connection is there. It's waiting for you. But I feel like it's possible this Valentine's Day somebody might actually ask you out and you say no. Okay, and I want to say boundaries are good, but don't shut everybody out. Boundaries are good, but don't shut everybody out if that's your situation. So let's bring in, let's go here first. Let's go to the Lover's Oracle. Okay, let's see what your person of interest has to say. Oops, that one fell out. All right. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. Okay, in order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Okay, so just be aware that your emotions could be skewing how you're viewing things at the moment. Maybe you're really not seeing things clearly. Maybe you're underestimating yourself, underestimating the other person, thinking that they wouldn't like you when you actually have no basis of that whatsoever, other than maybe you don't like yourself very much at the moment. My throat's starting to hurt, so my throat chakra is playing up a little bit there. So I want to say that communication could be something that's a little bit strained for you at the moment. Maybe you're struggling to communicate either with your loved one or just in general. Maybe you're struggling to communicate your feelings. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. What are you waiting for? What are you afraid of? Okay, ask yourself those questions as they apply to you. What are you afraid of? Because I feel like you've really got your shields up. You've got walls up around you. And we can't be fully present in a relationship if we are constantly wearing a suit of armour every time we meet the other person. It requires authenticity, but also a certain element of vulnerability. And maybe you are quite vulnerable with this very sort of retiring and shy white little candle here. You're very passionate. I see that, but no one else can see it because you won't let them see. Okay. And we have manifesting miracles. Yes, I do feel you're somebody that works with the law of attraction, or that maybe that's something you'd like to look into doing. If you're interested in the law of attraction, you can buy my book, which is called Dream Bigger, How the Law of Attraction Really Works, and that is linked in the description below if that resonates for you. So, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Okay, so you're probably closer than you think to the situation that you want romantically. You're probably closer than you think you are. Okay. So if there is somebody that you're interested in at the moment, use them as a focal point to manifest the relationship you want. So we can't force someone to be with us. We can't manifest ourselves into a relationship with a specific person because they have free will. They might not want that, and that's okay. Equally with love magic, you must never force somebody to be with you. All right, that's a terrible, terrible thing to do, and the ramifications are always awful and dreadful. You must never do that. It breaks all kinds of spiritual laws. But what we can do is use somebody that we're attracted to as a focal point for our manifesting and say, well, I'd really like this person or somebody like them or better. Okay, so there's that too. But I do feel like you may get an unexpected Valentine's card this year. There's something happening here behind the scenes. There's something going on here. And it may be a little bit unexpected because we've got to keep an open mind, a new beginning over here. Even if it's a difficult time at the moment, I don't think that needs to hold you back. There is this new start with Spread Your Wings. There's this new possibility coming in here for you. And that could be a renewal of an existing relationship. Okay, it's not necessarily a completely new person. All right, so let's take a look at the Romance Oracle. That candle's having a little bit of a hissy fit over there, a little bit of a spit. Nothing will keep you apart, 58. Oh, wow. Grumble, grumble, passive aggressive, 41. Wow, what a dichotomy. That's like completely opposite. So nothing will keep you apart on the one hand, but also you don't like it when you're together. What's going on here? So some people are in really difficult relationships who are looking at this video right now. But I do feel there is a very, very powerful connection for you with somebody. So if you're already with someone, it may be that you literally can't leave them, or maybe you don't feel you can leave them and you are passive aggressive towards them because you feel resentful. We have this card talking about letting go of resentment. So that could be something to really look at here and be very practical about how you move forward. So soulmate, soul contract. Wow. So the person you're interested in, this may be a soulmate. This may be somebody you have a soul contract with to actually move into a relationship with on a very feminine and emotional 22. So this is a really nice sign for you with the person you're interested in, the person you're inquiring about. You have unfinished business. You have something to do together. Okay. Happy-go-lucky. Yes, I want to say try to be a little bit more happy-go-lucky because I feel like maybe hold yourself back. Or maybe the person you're interested in is very happy-go-lucky, and maybe that's a bit off-putting, maybe it's a bit unnerving for you. Or maybe this person who we have the card keep an open mind about, maybe they're the one that's happy-go-lucky. You just did not see it coming when they approached you. Are you ready? 64 and Candy Girl. So are you ready for the relationship that you want, that you're asking about? Are you really ready for it? That's the question, because if you're still wearing a suit of armour, you might want to take that off first. There might be some things to work on there in yourself. I mean, we all have things we can work on, don't we, within ourselves. There might be some work for you to do to get yourself ready to have the relationship that you actually want, to manifest the relationship, to get to become an emotional and vibrational match to the relationship you want, to remove the resistance to the relationship that you want. Okay, and with Candy Girl, this is an interesting one. It is about emotional instability. So maybe you have been connected to people in the past who were emotionally unstable, or maybe you are in a relationship with somebody who's emotionally unstable, who's difficult, who has unrealistic expectations, okay, who runs you ragged. All right, or maybe you're the one who had unrealistic expectations, because there is a certain naivety with the white lips candle. Okay, maybe you were a bit naive in the past, and maybe somebody really took advantage of you, and there could be a lot of pain that comes through with that. All right, that can make it very, very difficult to move forwards in relationships. I actually want to bring in another one of these. I'm just going to bring in another. Oh, look, I've put them in a triangle, so it's almost like a pyramid shape coming through here. So that could be something that's relevant to somebody here too. We have healing. There we go. So there's a great need for healing in this situation. All right, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And you can do that right now. Okay, ask the angels to step in, bring healing to your relationship. That's something you can absolutely do. If you do Reiki, you can give Reiki to the relationship. Okay, there's many, many ways that we can send healing to relationships. We can bring in crystals, you know, we can do all sorts of things, light a candle. All right, but healing is very much flagging up as being necessary for you so that you can have the Valentine's Day and the life moving forwards that you deserve and that you actually want and desire here. So we are just going to ask the question again about specifically the person you've been asking about. We're going to ask if Candle 4's person is going to be their Valentine. Let's just take a look here. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And wedding. So that's very interesting. So that could well be the case. That could well be the case. And if it's not, trust that someone better is coming along, because it feels like there's a serious relationship actually on its way to you. If you're already married, hoping to improve that, then this card can actually indicate an improvement of that marriage. If you're not and you actually want to be in a marriage or a serious relationship, then trust that there is an ideal one coming. We've got Cupid here about to stick this person with a big arrow. So there's something really wonderful coming. So yeah, there's a very good chance that the person you're asking about, your crush, your person, person of interest, person you're inquiring about, yeah, they could well be your Valentine this year. And if they're not, it'll be because there's somebody better and possibly unexpected coming along for you too. So let's take a look at some charms. Let's see what other messages here we have for you for candle number 4. Alrighty, let's see what other messages we have for candle 4 from their person. What do they want to say to them? Oh, it's a lot of charms. They have a lot to say. Okay, so we have the Eiffel Tower. That could be a connection to a landmark, or perhaps to France, to Paris, or even Tokyo, because there's an Eiffel Tower in Tokyo. I want to say it could be to landmarks as well. We have a starfish, so connection to possibly to the pentagram, because obviously that is the 5-pointed star. Certain starfishes are immortal as well. They're kind of not exactly immortal, but it's difficult for them to die. Or a connection to the beach, to the sea. You could be somebody who lives by the sea or who loves the ocean. I actually live by the sea. Who in England doesn't live quite close to the sea? Oh, that went up my sleeve for some reason. This one decided to go up my sleeve. So what do we have up our sleeve here? What does the universe have up its sleeve for you? It has a little fairy and a star. So the 5-pointed star showing up, the symbolism of the 5-pointed star, something quite magical, I feel. Or maybe you have a connection to fairies. Maybe that's something you resonate with quite strongly. And that wouldn't surprise me, because there's kind of a very naive, childlike, innocent, but very beautiful energy with this candle when you picked it. So Cupid's arrow, literally, I'm just going to put it in his hand here on this card. So that's Cupid's arrow is going to strike, I think, if it hasn't already. Something very exciting coming in for you. Or it could be that you literally do archery. So there's a big heart, a very big heart. And I think you have a big heart as well. I think you are very, very loving. But with the glasses, I think you can be a bit short-sighted in relationships. I think maybe you don't see the bigger picture. And I don't think that's your fault necessarily, but I think that's something maybe to work on, to get more perspective, to get other people's perspective, and not to jump to the wrong conclusion. Equally, not to be too down on yourself or too negative when it comes to relationships. Or maybe you just need an eye test. Okay, maybe the person's an optician. Maybe you meet because you find their sunglasses. I mean, you know, there's many, many different meanings that these can have. And I would just say the ones that I'm drawn to say. Then we have a little angel wing. Okay, So this could be an indicator that you need to go and follow my other channel, Angel Wings Holistics. If you haven't already, do it. Do it now. But obviously there's an angelic energy coming through here as well. So you are loved and supported by the angels. And I do feel like the love angels are actually stepping in to help you. The angels of love and romance stepping in very much to help you, to heal your heart. Archangel Raphael, I want to say as well, coming in here for you to help and support you in this time. So you've got so much support around you. This can be a very, very positive lifetime for you if you let it, if you move towards it. I want to say stay optimistic if it's difficult. I don't think it will be for long if you are struggling, because there's something very, very special coming in here for you. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and my second channel, Angel Wings Holistics. Leave a comment if there's something you would like to share or that you'd like to tell the group. I really love to read all of your comments. Please remember to stay respectful if you leave a comment. I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.